Hey Mr. Larson, Bradley here. I just took the soil sample for your lawn. I'm going to get that sent in today, and turnaround is usually a couple days. I did have some notes here for your lawn that could help out. First thing I notice is the clumping left behind over here. Just make sure that you're mowing the lawn often enough to avoid leaving clumps like this behind. Thatch, to a certain extent, is a good thing, but when it's too much, this much, it can actually hurt the turf. Over here, I do have a note about this tree. It's a beautiful tree, however, it's going to have two issues with the turf. Number one, it's going to be the shade. Tall fescue, the kind of grass you have here, tall fescue, really doesn't grow in the shade. You have some filtered light, but it would probably be better to get more light on the turf. So you have two options for the tree, which is, there's two options. One is complete removal, which I doubt you want to do. It's a nice tree. It'd be a shame to get rid of it. But the second thing you could do is called crown thinning or filtering. We have a tree expert come and prune selective branches to get more sunlight on the turf. That's going to help a lot. If we don't do anything about the shade, however, the turf here is always going to be a little bit sensitive. Coming around this way, I am noticing some issues. What looks like was brown patch, and you're not the only. This isn't the only lawn that had issues with brown patch this year. We just had a lot of moisture early on in the summer, followed by a lot of heat, and that's just perfect for that mold brown patch to kind of take over and start to kill off some of the turf. At this point, we're already past that, so nothing necessarily we have to do to stop brown patch. We're going to kind of get through it now that the temperature is a little bit different. Back here, similar note as to the front yard. We're getting a lot of shade, which is going to always make the turf just a little bit more sensitive to stresses. So back here, you may also want to consider having a tree specialist come out and do some crown thinning. This tree right here in the center, as you can see, it's completely bald underneath. My suggestion, if you want turf there, you're going to have to remove this tree. Crown thinning's not really going to do enough. But if we don't remove the tree, then it's going to be very unlikely that you're ever going to have healthy turf underneath that tree. I see you do have some pachysandra there, so I would recommend maybe extending that bed, making it a little bit wider. They call it like a drip zone of the tree, which is pretty much the perimeter around the tree that reaches out to where the branches end. That's how big you're going to want to make that bed, and fill it in with a ground cover like pachysandra. That'll fill in just fine there. And the last thing I see is it's very likely that we're dealing with a pH issue back here. The soil analysis will confirm that. So once we get that back, if it is a pH issue, we'll get that corrected right away. And last thing, right here, I don't know if you have a dog or a pet, but it looks like we're dealing with a lot of compaction in this specific area. Maybe back here is brown patch. But yeah, those are my initial thoughts. We'll get confirmation about the pH soon, the soil analysis. But in the meantime, I do have a really good reference for the tree work that you may want to get done. I do want to let you know if you don't get the tree work done, and we're going to be dealing with shade, that grass is always going to be a little bit sensitive. You're not going to get the best results. So it's something you're going to want to strongly consider. Just getting some crown thinning done. So yeah, those are the initial thoughts. I just wanted to share with you my thoughts walking your property. And next step from here is to either call the tree specialist and wait for that soil analysis to get back, and then we'll go from there. Thank you.